hold are good. The kick is good!
It's not do or die, but it's close for Ewers. Pressure comes. Sawyer knocked it out and picks it up. Jack Sawyer headed down the sidelines. Ohio State scoop and score.
Welcome back to No Fall Weddings. Personally, the best episode that I've ever done and probably will ever do. If you go back in time to my intro in this podcast, I unapologetically revealed that I am a fan of two college football teams, Notre Dame and Ohio State. And what do you know? They both have survived the first 12-team college football playoff and will face off in Atlanta for the college football national championship. That smile you see on my face is me coming to the realization that my fandom dream has come true. One of my teams will be hoisting that championship trophy next Monday. Now, I have always loved these two teams equally, 50% split down the middle, even with one team being way more successful than the other, admittedly. And people have been asking me basically since the playoffs started, but as they kept winning more increasingly, who are you going to root for if they play each other? Are you going to go with the Buckeyes, trying to get revenge on the Michigan loss? Are you going to go with Notre Dame, who hasn't won one since 1988? Or are you just going to watch it and just not care who wins and just enjoy it? I never thought this would actually happen. So I really had to dig deep down and figure out what I wanted to do. But I did come up with an answer, and I will be slightly rooting for one team over another. Stick around to the end, and you'll find out who it is. But first, let's take a look at how they got here. Notre Dame hosted the inaugural 12-team college football playoff by destroying Indiana at home in just an electric atmosphere. And I truly hope it's a wake-up call for college football bureaucrats. More home playoff games. But then came Notre Dame's arch nemesis. Both of them. The SEC and the New Year's Six playoff bowl. Multiple blowouts to Alabama, LSU, and other SEC blowhards. 0-10 in those New Year's Eve Six bowls since 1988. It's been rough. And who do we get this year? Georgia, the SEC champion. And who would have thought Notre Dame would be the tougher team in the trenches, throwing a timely turnover and a kickoff return for a touchdown. And the Echoes were officially awoken by pounding the SEC champion 23-10. The biggest win of my college football lifetime. So many demons were put down that day. Then came the roller coaster of emotions against Penn State, the Orange Bowl. Also bad memories because the last time we played in the Orange Bowl, Alabama beat us by 50, or what felt like it. Down 10, up 7, down 7, tied, punt, interception, game-winning field goal. Just an all-time euphoric moment for a Notre Dame fan. And if you don't believe me, let me show you. It's not easy celebrating a game-winning field goal when two kids are asleep right above you, but I figured out a way. And honestly, I should have never been scared. I should have known a James Franklin team would find a way to screw it up. The University of College Football, back in the national championship. Then there's the Buckeyes, left for dead after losing to the team up north in the most excruciating fashion. But there's zero doubt that that loss sparked a fire under the players and especially the coaches. I just hope that's not a trend going forward. Like, I don't want to have to lose to Michigan every year just to get fired up and then make a run in this playoff. We can do both. Back-to-back blowouts over another SEC team, Tennessee, and previously undefeated number 1 Oregon in the granddaddy of them all, the Rose Bowl. Just obliterated both teams from the beginning. I believe we were up 28-0 at one point against Tennessee, and then 34-0 against Oregon. Just blitzed them. But naturally, with what Ohio State does, going up against Texas in the Cotton Bowl. They came out fast the first drive and then sloppiness the rest of basically second and third quarter. But I will give credit to Texas. They had a great game plan. They shut down Jeremiah Smith. They bracketed him all game. They made us dink and dunk. We had 2 turnovers, dumb penalties, kept it close. But in the end, Captain Jack Sawyer becomes an all-time legend at Ohio State with his strip, sack, fumble, touchdown. All year they talked about how Ohio State is the hardest team to score a touchdown with first and goal. And they got it at the 1-yard line. 4 plays later, we're running back for a touchdown. I'm jumping up and down because my dream has come true. So the only question to answer is, who will I be rooting for? The 2 things my dad would continuously say when watching football is that first in the pros, when you have a championship game at home, you're 1 home win away from going to the Super Bowl. Now, unfortunately, Dallas is nowhere near that. But I got a second one that he would always say. There is nothing like when Notre Dame is at the top of the college football landscape. So for that reason, and I've also seen Ohio State win 2 championships in my lifetime, I got to root for Notre Dame. Just slightly, ever slightly. Not rooting against Ohio State, just rooting for Notre Dame. And if it goes the other way, I won't be sad in the slightest. What a feeling this is. Thank you for watching No Fall Weddings. We should only have 1 more episode to go. We'll celebrate the eventual champion. Doesn't matter who it is. It's absolutely wild that I start this podcast for the first time this year, and then this ends up happening. Pretty damn cool. Again, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Part of the co-working universe. No Fall Weddings. I know we're deep into winter right now, but same thing. Keep those weddings off the schedule. Talk to you next week. Go Irish. But also, OH.